also and give her breakdown. But go ahead, ask me the question first, Auntie.
Hold on. Give me a second. I'm almost done.
All right. Go ahead, AC. You finish your point.
Yeah, no, like I was saying. So look, she back. She back.
Mm.
Now I gotta be respectful because she gonna check. She gonna check y'all while checking me.
She
Okay.
dang sure
Okay.
gonna
So
check
I'm
you.
back. I'm
All right.
back.
So
Mm-hmm.
The term prejudice means an opinion that is not based on reason or actual experience. Do black people not have 400 years of experience
no,
with
no,
white people?
no, no, no. Talk about. You missed the beginning part to it though. Read the whole definition. You missed the beginning part on purpose. You think you're slate. You're not slate.
No, no, no. I'm not forgetting. I understand.
So read
But
prejudice. No, no,
prejudice,
no, no. Read
prejudice,
prejudice. Read it out.
okay, is an opinion that is not based on reason or
Precon-
actual experience.
Preconceived opinion. That's what it
Right.
says.
Do
Not an
black people
opinion.
not have experience with white
No,
people?
not an opinion. A preconceived opinion, which means a prejudgment.
Right. But do black people not have a preconceived notion about white people based on experience?
Not all black people. That's the point I'm making to you.
How can it not be all? Do we not all suffer under the same system of oppression in the United States?
People are oppressed,
Oppressed. What?
right?
Okay,
And when I,
great. So
no, no, hold on.
here's
No, no,
my
hold on.
picture. Can you
No, no,
see
hold
my
on.
picture?
Yes, let me explain my point about oppressed. What I mean by anyone technically can be oppressed by a person that's basically.
Wait, I can't hear you. Your voice is muffled. I can't hear you, brother. I can't hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
now I
yeah,
can. Yes, now
yeah.
I can. Go ahead.
So I'm saying right now, when I say people are oppressed, it's not. I'm talking about from a standpoint of the rich versus the poor, right?
That's
Like,
classism.
yes,
That's classism.
yes,
Somebody's
exactly.
got some dinging
Hey,
going on.
hold on, is that your thing going out?
It's not me.
Lance?
That's
That's
Auntie.
Ace.
They
So, all right. Let me bring up her picture real fast to blow it up. Let me see what she got on the screen.
Okay. When people say that not all white people are racist, right? Here's my analogy. The Honorable Muhammad Ali used snakes, right? But I'm gonna use human beings. I walk into a room and all of these white people, I'm gonna say 50 white people in a room at the top of their profession.
Mhm.
None of them know each other. Great. I walk into a room filled with 50 white folks. They don't know each other. They're all at the top of their profession. One of them in that room don't like my skin color and would rather see me in a tree. How do I decide which one of these white people? I don't know them. They don't know each other. But one of them in that room wants me at the end of a rope simply because I'm a black woman. How do I tell which one it is?
hold on, Auntie, listen.
No, sir. Answer my
Okay.
question and we can continue.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. One of these people in this room of 50 white folks, all at the top of their profession, doctors, lawyers, judges, police officers, nurses, name something. I walk into a room filled with 50 white people. They don't know each other, but one of them in that room doesn't like the color of my skin and wants me at the end of a rope simply because I am black. How do I decide which one it is? How can I tell?
If you know that one of them wants you unalive, why even enter the space to
No,
be?
no, no. I don't know that.
No.
I don't know that. I don't know. I don't know. I just said, hear me again, brother, because
No,
you're not paying attention.
no. I didn't.
I walk
I
into
didn't
a
finish my, I
room.
didn't finish my answer though. I'm trying to get to that point. Right now you're saying one will unalive you, right? So I'm giving you two-way answers, saying if you got pre-knowledge of it, don't enter it. However, if you didn't get it, you can't tell which one's about to do it to you.
I just said, I don't know these people. They don't know each other.
Do you hear what I'm saying to
But
you?
I walk into a room and it's filled with 50 white folks, and one of them wants my life simply because I'm black. How do I know which one it is? I don't know them.
You I'm like answer the question. I'm going both ways. You don't
No,
know.
this is not a both way question, brother. This is not a both way question.
Miss Jeff, let me finish my point. I'm letting you ask me
Okay.
a question. I'm saying you don't know who is going to unalive you or want you on the rope. You won't know this. Now, what's your point?
Do not all white people benefit from the social construct of whiteness and white supremacy?
No, no. You asked me a question. I answered. I'm asking you, what's the point of that question?
Because I don't know which one. I'm sure there are some good Wahite people in this world.
But that don't.
How do I decide which one is a good one?
Because of their character.
How do I know their character unless I get to know them?
This is my point. I'm telling you this. When you have a prejudgment of all of them and you never met these people, that is a prejudice. That is a preconceived opinion.
Based on experience, right? Read the complete definition.
You just said you just said you don't know them. That means you don't have experience with none of the people in the room. So therefore, it's a prejudice.
You know who thought like that? You know who thought like that?
I'm reading for you. I'm reading for you.
Yeah, you know who thought like that?
Hold on, auntie. Prejudice.
Okay.
Prejudice. A preconceived opinion that is not based on any reason or actual experience. So if you didn't have any actual experience with any of those 50 guys in that room, and then you judge all of them, that is one-on-one prejudice.
No, it's not.
I just read it to you.
I understand.
Ace, I'm bugging Ace.
So you are, I get it now. You are individualizing the individual 50 white people in that room, where for me, in my mind, all white people are the same.
So, by your logic, I'm about to cook you, auntie. I'm sorry about to cook right now. Watch it, auntie.
You can't cook auntie now.
No, I'm
sorry.
right now.
She getting cooked right now.
I promise you won't be able to cook.
Yo,
but go ahead.
Watch it, right? Watch it right now. Watch this, right?
You can try to pull a pot out.
If you're saying it's okay to rap white people as one because you have experience of white people doing things to black people, then you can't ever call a white cop racist, because he also has data and things to back up his claim that a lot of black men are thugs and they wear jewelry when they sell smugs. By your logic alone, he have the right to judge every black man in my community as a thug because he came across of experience with a few blacks. Do you understand how wild that was?
No, sir, it doesn't. No, sir, it doesn't. And I would probably go into detail back all the way to 1452. How a Portuguese white man landed on the west coast of Africa in Guinea and saw black people who did not look like him and called them savages, uncivilized.
You're going somewhere else. I'm asking you a question about your logic. I used your own logic against you. And you don't see how I just cook you with your own logic. You don't see that, though. You're saying that you have evidence for black people, for white people, because white people have done things to black people. And you're saying you're going to view all whites because of what some whites have done to blacks. So by that logic, the fact
that you're calling us the blacks as if we're not even human beings.
So by that logic, a white person who have experience with black thugs can apply the same logic to view all black people, because the people he actually experienced do this. We will call that cop racist. That would be actual racism.
Auntie, he respond with that same ideology that you use. He just reversed it.
No, darling,
I said, do you understand?
I'm trying to not lose my shit, right? Because again, black people have always been painted as thugs, as whores, as baby mamas, as welfare queens. All
Ain't that the same thing that he just said?
Hey, sir, respectfully. I guess my view of the world is a little bit different, as I am a 60-year-old black woman born and raised in the South. And I have seen and endured atrocities that I pray y'all never do. And it is because of my activism in my community since I was in my 20s that I pray you never experience the shit that I've gone through, including desegregation. So again, my until I love when white people say they work the hell out of Martin Luther King. Well, Dr. King say we should judge based on character, not color. Maybe he was talking to white people. Because white folks have always judged us simply on the color of our skin.
Auntie,
He's not the best of angels either.
Hold on, let me go. Auntie, when you was born, Auntie?
Huh?
When you was born? What year you was born?
66.
All right. So you remember at 2 years old? The segregation.
Not two, darling. I was 5. I was 5. And hold on. You asked the question, I'm going to answer because I believe in transparency. I was born in Houston, Texas, January 30th, 1966. We lived in 5th Ward. I was going to a school that was around the corner from the projects in which we lived. The desegregation happened and myself was bused to another school that was all white named Isaac Elementary in Houston on the north side of town. Typically growing up in school, they put the children in class in alphabetical order. Remember that on the whole, you all are. Now kids walk in and just have a seat. Back in my day, children were put in order of their letter of their alphabet. So A, B, C, D, rows, A, B, C, D, E, whatever. Because my last name started with a Z, I knew I was going to be at the back of the class. There was a little girl in my classroom. Her name was Carol Dean, and I will never forget her. Instead of Carol Dean being seated in alphabetical order, Carol Dean was put in the back of the class with me. When we would go to lunch, me and Carol Dean would sit at the table by ourselves, and all of the other white children would sit with themselves. Me and Carol sat separate from them. We had our own table, and that was myself, Carol Dean, and another young little black boy. I don't remember his name because I'm not done. Because he wasn't in my classroom.
Hold on. I'm trying to ask you a question. You're going somewhere else about a story that could be true to you. The point I was asking you about the year. So now you bring that story. Who made you sit at that table?
It was
she had no choice. She was 5 years old.
Ace, I didn't ask you the question. I'm asking her the question. Go ahead, Auntie.
The table, the cafeteria was divided. There were white people on one side and white people on the majority of the side. Myself, Carol Dean, and the other little black boy that was there. We sat all the way in the back of the cafeteria, just me and them.
So
and that is where we were directed to sit. Everybody else ate with their class.
And the reason why I asked that question real quick, because you leaving the topic. And what I'm saying to you is this, right? The Civil Rights Act passed that segregation in 64, right? You're born in 66, right? I'm saying
y'all think that shit just stopped?
I'm missing the point.
Hold on, if you were born in 66, wouldn't you be 71 years old? I thought you said you.
So, Auntie, I think this is the issue, right?
Hold on, baby? Can you math? I was born in 66. I graduated high school in 84. Are you good, my guy?
Well, the point, you're not letting me get to the point. I'm not saying that people said it's illegal, I'm gonna stop doing it. There were people who still were doing illegal shit, even though it was illegal. So I'm not.
People still doing illegal shit. People still in 2025. People are still doing illegal, quote unquote, illegal shit in 2025.
Are you hearing what I'm saying to you, bro? I'm agreeing with.
I heard what you're saying.
No, I'm agreeing with her point. I'm saying she could have very much still experienced it, although the act was passed. Right? It was illegal. People do illegal shit all the time. That's the point. The point is, what I'm asking her is to prove to me how black people can't be racist. That example of her telling me her childhood is not proving how black people can't be racist.
Great. So can we agree that definitions are descriptive and not prescriptive?
Oh my God.
I'm asking.
No. Definitions have meaning, and then we use these words in proper context in conversation.
No, we don't. No, we don't. I see that you are truly not ready for this because every online dictionary, when you ask them about it, they say definitions are descriptive and not
Watch this, y'all.
prescriptive based on how they are colloquially used in science in today's technology. We tell people what definitions are.
Watch this audience. Watch this audience. Watch this Ace. Didn't she come up here and try to read the dictionary word of prejudice? But now, when it was in her favor, she accepted it. But now,
No, sir. I said the functionality.
No, hold on. You read prejudice and left out a word on purpose. Left out preconceived on purpose. And I have it on my screen right here. My laptop is always right here. And you try to lead the audience by already start off on a bad foot. And when you give me examples, you're still not proving how black people can't be racist. I just want you to answer.
Great. Let's do it. Were there any black people in the Continental Congress when the Constitution was written?
What?
Were there any slaves in the Continental Congress when the United States decided to separate from Britain and write laws for their own country? Were there any black people in the Continental Congress when the Constitution was created to write laws in for our benefit?
I don't know. But how
you don't know? What? Hold on. What were black
on.
people in 1776? Were we not enslaved?
Miss, how do you understand that history don't prove that black people can't be racist? How you don't understand?
Right. Define the function. What is the functionality of racism? The functionality of racism is to negatively impact the socioeconomic material conditions of an entire demographic through policies, laws, at the oppression of another, who has always been the majority in this country.
This is embarrassing, yo.
Yeah. It's terrible.
So, why
Y'all not listening.
Hold on. No.
Who has been the majority in this
Yes.
country?
No. Watch this. I'm a bust your head right now. Because if you want to use that, who has the majority, blah, 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 by your logic, white people can't be racist in Africa because they are a minority. By your logic, that would sound insane.
Are you kidding me?
Are you hearing yourself? I said that would sound insane. To claim.
So we're going to ignore. I just want to make sure before I go. We're just going to ignore the fact that there is no part on the continent of Africa that has not been colonized by white people.
Oh my God. You're proving
Are we going to ignore that of the 54 countries, on the continent of Africa?
You're proving my point. That white people are the minority in the continent of Africa. Could we agree with that?
No.
So, the continent of Africa is majority white?
My God, today.
Are you hearing?
This is crazy, Mark.
I said you're going with the
continent of Africa. The continent of Africa is 7% white, but they own 90% of the land and the resources. Right. And how did they come about that?
No, watch this. Now
they're not really African. They're called Afrikaans because whiteness cannot be indigenous to the continent of Africa.
No, I use it as an analogy to debunk your point about America.
No, did you not hear what she just said to you, Dan?
Right. Yeah. Hey,
Dance.
Ace, I wish you comfort with your buck dancing ass friend right here. Because until we can talk about the colonization of fucking Africa and why it is in the position that it's in, and they are not white Africans, they are fucking Afrikaans.
Watch this right here. Let me ask you a question.
We're done, baby. They will never pick you. They will never.
Let's give a round of applause to the ass whooping I just gave her. Ace, that's your racist ass grandmother? You're going to have a fucked up Thanksgiving. You're going to have a racist ass turkey. You're going to have everything racist on your plate. This woman tried to go with the insults when I tried to be respectful to her. The fact of the matter is, this lady sounds like Ish. She don't even understand what racist is. She going by some new age shit. Can't answer an honest question. And going back to the history of X, Y, and Z does not prove her point that in 2025, how black people can't be racist. You're not proving anything. You're just telling me how white people back then, who was racist, how they abused their power to enslave or abuse other races, which we already agree with that actually happened. That don't mean that black people still can't be racist. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it.
Oh, do you play Clash Royale?
Who?
Do you play Clash Royale?
What's good? What's good, brother?
What's good, bro?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm in South Africa, in Africa.
So can black people be racist?
Yes, yes. In South Africa, we have a racist term. You can look it up in Google. It's called xenophobia. In 2003, we were killing Nigerians and Ghanaians and all kinds of people. And then we did it again in 2013. Now, they've been trying to stop the movement of Africans killing Africans. But yeah, I
You
think
guys
they
are unalive.
racist.
You guys are unalive.
Yeah, unalive. So yeah, we do have proof of historical records where Africans have been unalive in Africans for no reason.
You know what's crazy, bro? Hold on for a second. This is why I can't stand woke black Americans. And I'm going to tell you why I say this. These people are programming our youth with a black heart. These are the same people that say black people could be whatever they want to be. We could be this, we could be that, we could be this, we could be that. So by that logic alone, a black person can also be racist if they put their mind to it. She already called me a racial slur because I didn't agree with her. She was so stuck in her ways that she didn't even understand that I was using her own logic against her to show people how hypocritical she was. Now, Israel, your name is Israel, right? I guess you're an Israelite. Pull up and let's have a conversation. Pull up.
What she said, bro. I heard what she said about Europeans and Afrikaners. It's only in South Africa where the Afrikaners landed in the Cape of Good Hope. The rest of Africa was not occupied by Afrikaners.
And you're an actual African that lives in Africa, continent of Africa?
Yes, yes. So yeah, I'm an African in Africa. I'm an African in Africa.